We're going. We're live.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I didn't have an intro prepared for this one, so.
I did.
That's good.
Well, that's great because you're not doing it.
Well, I'm not doing the mukbang again. It's actually a professional thing.
What did we talk about last night? I said I don't care. You're not doing it.
No, you were drunk. You don't care. You
I was not
consent.
drunk.
He was not
I don't
drunk.
Drink.
He was drunk. He was drunk.
I drank at my brother's wedding. That's the first time I've drank in like 6 months.
Just so everybody out there knows, Mateo is a goddamn liar and he's known for it. So he's going to tell you shit that isn't true.
That
I
aligns
love
with his
the Red
racism
Sox.
and sexism.
Yeah. So he's from New York or something. So he's lying about the Red Sox. Are the Red Sox from New York? That's baseball,
No,
right?
they're Boston.
That is big.
They're
Yeah,
from
it's Boston.
Boston
Yeah.
Red Sox. New York has the
Mets.
Mets.
Yeah, okay.
There's also another team in New York.
Yeah, I
isn't
think
there?
it's,
I
is
thought
it also
was
the
just
Giants? It's
White
still the
Sox
Giants
and
as
not
well.
the Black Sox, so I didn't know if the Red Sox were baseball because I
Is it
thought there were
Giants?
already two of them.
No, White Sox is Chicago.
Yeah,
Red
that's
Sox
weird.
are Boston.
Really?
Giants are football. So the
Oh,
Giants
okay.
and baseball are
Alright.
San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so there's baseball giants and
Yeah,
oh
they're different colors, so it's easy.
yeah, and from
Oh, the
different places,
Yankees
that
and the
makes
Mets.
sense.
Yeah, Yankees. Man.
How the fuck did I figure out about the Yankees?
I don't know how I forgot about them either. Well, that's it for the sports section. Let's move on to the real part.
Politics.
If you guys hated last week,
Yeah,
you're really gonna hate this one.
we've fully gone balls deep into
Yeah.
this particular
We got
one.
debate fever, dude.
Yeah.
Watch the.
Luckily, all of us here won't debate each other because we're busy sucking each other's cocks politically.
I'll debate
so
you
we're
off.
all
I'll
good.
debate you
Yeah.
all day. I'll debate in your closet. I'm a master
I'll
debater.
I'll debate things.
I'm
that I
a
don't
master
even believe in.
debater. Fuck off.
Ha ha ha! Are you in fucking junior high when that?
No.
joke was funny?
No, I'm into San Regal.
You a fucking dumbass idiot. Thank you for leaving. Bye. Anyway,
No, I'm not leaving. Fucking dumb.
yeah. See you later.
So let's since this is probably a pretty short list, let's start off with the things that we liked about the debate.
Orange man,
Oh.
funny. He keeps screaming over white
I know
guy.
what I liked about the debate, and that was a lot. I know I liked when Joe Biden couldn't think because Trump was speaking over him.
Yeah.
I like that he
Shut
told
up,
him,
man.
Shut up, man. Will you shut up, man?
Somebody shut this guy up.
Because like I'm under the impression I like watching the debates if you strip the politics away from them because that's essentially what the two debaters have done anyway. But I like Trump is a fucking masterclass debater, whether you like him or not. Because I said this one thing, fucking oh, rugby's going on, shit. I said this to my friends where it's like when Trump is talking, Joe is silent, and when Joe is talking, Trump is talking. He's always talking. You're always hearing Trump. You're always hearing what he has to say, and whether or not you agree with him doing that, everybody's always hearing him. He's making more points fucking per minute, even if they might be ridiculous. Because I've heard people conveniently they're all just right wing. They talk about how Trump has to sit there and deal with Joe Biden telling him lies the whole time, and then people who are conveniently left wing talking about how Joe Biden had to sit there while Trump slings him lies the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think perhaps political bias might be getting in a lot of people's way to watch the debate.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite parts that I told Trevor, pretty much as soon as Joe Biden began speaking, he turned away and started coughing into his hand, and I got a little excited. And I told Trevor, I was like, can you imagine if he just dropped dead on national television during a debate? The first debate, he just falls over dead.
Well, Trump has COVID now, so that's...
Yeah, that's an answer for the first lady. The first lady's going to be okay.
Maybe.
Trump will probably be okay.
Yeah.
But he's in that age range where it's like he's part of the percentage of people who are older who are like, these are the ones who are usually a fucking coin flip. He's not skinny. So
do you think it's real, first off?
COVID?
No, not well. Obviously, COVID's real. But do you think him having it is real, or is this fake? Is this some kind of fake scam that he can promote his hydroxychloroquine shit?
Maybe.
So
maybe
like,
he's trying to pull off that he like strengthened through it because he's a big alpha male.
yeah, or it's like,
Maybe.
oh, I had it and they gave me hydroxychloroquine, and 14 days later I'm fine. Trying to promote his bullshit.
It might be. He might also use the power of prayer to do it. Mateo's gone, by the way. If anybody's paying attention, he's still here. He's just moving he's just very still.
He's frozen.
He's mastered the art of staying incredibly still.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the things I liked about the debates. I liked how Trump's debate tactics pretty much perpetually. I like Joe Biden not being able to string a sentence together. I like Joe Biden also like not answering the fucking questions. I noticed.
Yeah, that was amazing.
He always was like, "Hey, you know what I think about that?" And he like looks at the camera and he's like, "Yeah, the American people fucking. Oh, how do you feel about the fucking buh?" And it's like he's not like answering specifically the question that's being asked to him.
That was one thing.
And meanwhile, Trump is like fucking talking like as the camera's on him, and it's just like it's a fucking nightmare.
That was one thing that drove me absolutely fucking nuts. Was Biden like trying to talk to the camera?
Yeah, over and over again.
So fucking annoying, and it's so weird. It comes off so fucking panderish.
It just is. Meanwhile, Trump.
These two people have no idea what the fuck they're talking about anything, and then you have one guy who's like trying to do like this moment where he's like speaking to people, but it's so fucking weird and abrasive.
And it's perpetually being interrupted by Trump in the back, like, hey, you talk to me, you're not reporting it. You're not letting him answer the question. You're not letting me answer the question to him. It's a rebuttal.
He's like going after
both
the
giving 2
moderator
minutes,
too,
and
the
he
whole
wants
time.
2 minutes in the front and 2 minutes in the back.
Yeah, he's like attacking the moderator the whole time.
Yeah, he's attacking Joe and the moderator. They both get 2 minutes to speak their piece and answer a question specifically, and it's all Trump can possibly do to make sure he gets a couple extra minutes at the end. Not for answering the question like he's supposed to be doing, but to make sure he can attack Joe with that last bit. Mm-hmm. That's what he wants to do because that's what he's very good at, especially back in the 2016 election when he was running against the other Republican nominees. He was very good at like pointing fingers. He was great at it. He's very good at it. But now that he's in this one-on-one thing with dying Joe Biden, and the specific question is, how do you feel about this policy? He just finds himself needing to point the finger again and blame him. And Joe Biden's doing the same shit. Joe Biden is talking about some other shit the whole time. It's just the whole time he's just talking about something else. It's ridiculous.
It's baffling to watch.
It's baffling.
I can't believe it's real.
I think it's interesting, the concept that one of these two people needs to take the helm of the most powerful nation on earth and make decisions that make or break us all. And one of them is pointing across the stage at the other one, talking about that one's son's military service and his cocaine usage.
Yeah, that was another.
And I'm like, this isn't good.
Joe Biden's son cocaine addiction, as if Trump for the past 40 years hasn't paid for sex in prostitution.
It's very funny.
I don't think one of those things are really worse than the other. Cocaine and then prostitution, they're kind of the same shit.
It's because it's a springboard to make people laugh. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But we have a fucking comedian running for office again.
Biden's not there enough to come back at Trump.
Exactly. He's not.
He's like, "Are you fucking paying for sex from porn stars?" He can't do that.
That would be so great though if he did. That's like when
his best moment is when he told him to shut up.
No. I think his best moment, that was a good moment. I think his best moment is when Trump was asked about his tax returns, and Joe was sitting there going, show us your tax returns. Show us your tax returns. Show us your tax returns as he's trying to speak. I'm like, that's what you do to him. That's how you play his game. He's not good at it, but it was the only moment he did it. I was like, that's good. Try to interrupt him. Make him feel stupid for the shit he's dumb about.
Yeah.
And then he proceeded not to do that because he forgot where he was. It was like for a split second, he had a good game plan, and then he fucking gave it up because his rotting, dying old man brain isn't there anymore.
Like, it's
And
just
one
like,
of these two people has to take charge of everything.
yeah, just like fucking, I don't know. There was a big thing before that people were saying like, oh, Biden's gonna have an earpiece in or some shit that's gonna give him an edge because he's gonna listen to what someone's telling him to do. It's like he couldn't fucking repeat it anyway.
It's true, yeah.
They just
That's a very good
put a
point.
fucking hologram of him out there and have someone manning the fucking drone. That's just
I told I
go
told
ahead.
you the night of the debate, I was texting you. I was like, imagine if both of these people had died long ago and they're just projections on the screen. It's fake. There is no president and there is
Yeah.
no Joe Biden. They've died years and years ago, and these are just recreations of them that were being lauded to. That would be the
Yeah.
best. I'd love that.
I also loved how it was
love you.
constantly Trump being like, "You've lost the left. You've lost the left,"
Yeah.
as if Biden has ever had it.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's never had
Radical
it.
leftists aren't with Biden.
I know. And
Leftists
I
in
was thinking that the
general
whole time.
aren't with Biden.
Right. He's very centrist. He's not a very left-leaning Democrat. And people keep saying that. They're like, he's got the radical left. It's like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't do radical leftist things.
They don't
He
like
doesn't
him.
have radical leftist policies.
They don't like him
I
or
don't know.
Kamala at all. And it's
Yeah,
like,
Kamala was one of the lowest polling Democrat
Yeah.
nominees for
she
the
was
race.
the first one to drop out.
And yeah, and she did terrible in her numbers. And he's like, I'm going to pick her. It's like, really? Because nobody liked her. Nobody liked her. Very few people wanted her to be the person. And here she is. Imagine, I was telling you the other day, imagine if Trump keels over because of COVID and Joe Biden dies because he's just about there anyway. And then, like, what happens in the middle of the race? Do we have Mike Pence running against Kamala Harris? Because that's worse than what we have now.
That might not be worse.
Really? I
Mike,
think it would
yeah.
be. Mike Pence is a butt fucking nightmare. And
I don't
Kamala
think
Harris
he would win. I think
is
Mike
one of the
Pence
least
is an idiot.
popular. Probably, but then we have what do we have? We have Kamala Harris, who nobody wanted to win anyway.
Yeah.
She's awful. She's like the most police state Democrat that we have going right now, and it's like left winging people don't want her in there.
Yeah.
There are a few people who are completely fucking retarded and blind, and because she's a woman of color, they think it'd be an exciting idea. But
Yeah.
then you get in office and you find out she's almost right of center as a Democrat. It's like, what? There's nothing for her. And Mike Pence is so incredibly Christian that most Christians are like, that's a bit much. That's a little bit too Christian. He's a problem, man. Most Christian people are like, So it's just like, because at least Trump is like, oh, Trump is funny and he's a good debater and a reasonable jokester, and Mike Pence is just bad. At the very least of it, don't let the music die.
Yeah, that's very true. People don't want Biden. It was like he kept saying the people chose me. No, they didn't.
They did not.
None of us chose you. We wanted fucking Sanders.
Almost the entirety of the left did, but that's not what the DNC wanted. So they did their shit with closing polling stations early and trying to whip super delegates with the flip of a fucking coin. They literally flipped a fucking coin for super delegates. So that's fucking cool.
I think what could have made this debate great was one, for Trump to drop an N-bomb.
That would have been funny. That would have been good.
That would have been the best shit ever. And then for Biden to say "look fat." Those are the two things I wanted out of that, and I didn't get them.
That would be terrific. I
They brought
cannot
up,
deny this.
They brought up like the Proud Boys and shit, and I was like, Trump's gonna say the N-bomb. He's gonna drop it hard.
That would be
And
funny.
then he didn't. He didn't say anything like much worse than that though.
There are a lot of right-wing people that are down on their knees sucking that cock for Trump, but
Yeah.
when the dude is like, I thought he did a good job immediately, but then he fucking took it all back. when the dude was like, "Do you denounce white supremacy?" He's like, "Sure, I denounce white supremacy," but then he's like, "Who? What specific group?" And I was like, he didn't ask like a group, like, "Do you
Yeah.
denounce white supremacy?" To which he said, "Yeah," but then he had an amendment tacked onto it, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That's immediately bad."
He said,
He's like, "What group?"
Who, the Proud
And the dude
Boys?
said, "The Proud Boys." He's like, "Yeah, stand back and stand by." It's like that's not denouncing them. You're telling them to you're
He was
putting them
telling
on
to
hold
wait.
to use them later. Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize how fucking retarded that is? Stand back and stand by.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Can you imagine if Joe Biden did the same thing with, and he was asked about the rioters, and he was like, what would you have to say about the current rioters that are causing problems in America? He's like, I tell them to stand by, stand back and stand by. There would be people coming their fucking pants over that problem.
Yeah.
They'd be like, look at what he said.
I did like when they were asking him about all the riots and stuff like that, and he's like, "Have you tried contacting like the governor of like Washington?" He's like, "I don't hold a public office." I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
He's like, "What? How can I get a hold of the governor? I don't hold a fucking public office."
Yeah.
That was kind of a retarded question.
All the questions were retarded. They were completely fucking needless. All the moderators always suck, and the questions are always completely fucking retarded. It's just how we are now. It's funny to watch that little bitch boy try to tell Trump for the 100th time to please speak quieter or stops talking, and then he doesn't, and then just nothing happens. I was like, cut his fucking mic off for a second.
How do they not have
Yeah.
that feature?
Can you imagine if they did though? Wouldn't that be fucking terrific? They cut Joe's off and then they cut Trump's off. Like one,
Yeah.
I'm asking you a fucking question. You shut the fuck up for a second. If you're afraid to let your opponent speak, then I'm afraid you can't run the fucking country.
Trump would totally be the dude to have a second mic though.
That would be funny. He'd
They-
probably just yell. He'd
they-
probably just yell.
They'd cut his mic off, and he'd be like, "All right,
that would happen, yeah.
I got 2 mics.
I got 2
I'm the
mics. They
fr-
gave me 2 mics.
I'm the president. I can have 2 mics."
President gets 2 mics. That's just how it is.
They call me 2
You
Mike
think that's
Downey.
unfair? Well, maybe you should go back to your own country.
They call me 2 Mike Downey. All right?
Maybe you should go to Canada, where each political opponent only has 1 mic.
Socialist. Everybody gets 1 mic. I'm tired of everybody
You
having
imagine-
2 mics.
Can you imagine if Sacha Baron Cohen goes fucking deep state and runs for office at some point?
He's got my
As like
vote.
mine too.
Did you see the Borat 2 trailer? Oh my god.
I didn't see it, but I know
Oh
it's
my
coming out.
God.
Borat wasn't my favorite movie. Was
Borat
it? Was the
is-
trailer funny?
The trailer is really good.
I'm here waiting for. I do believe he's in the process of making it, so I'm not like
It's already
salty, but I
done.
am waiting for Who Is America season
Oh, Who's
season
America?
2. I
don't know.
believe he is in the process of making that. So the fact that he made Borat and he's also doing Who Is America, I think
Yeah.
that works. But
there's
yeah,
a part
Borat's
in-
fun.
There's a part in the Borat 2 trailer at the very end where he goes to, I think it's like the RNC, and
Yeah.
he has a full bodysuit of Trump. Like, it looks real. And he has a fucking, like, a kind of like a doll on his shoulders like, of a woman. And he's running into the crowd, and Mike Pence is giving a speech. And he jumps in, he's like, I can't remember what he says, but he knows he's got the woman for you or some shit like that. It's fucking great.
That's
It's fantastic.
funny. That's great. People
And
get so upset.
I'm really happy right now because I saw that trailer. I can't believe Borat 2's coming.
Did I see? Did I show you? There's this one dude, and he went around making fun of Trump supporters at rallies a lot, and I forget. He just had signs, but he played like he was retarded, so everybody was like frustrated with him, but they didn't know how to be that frustrated
Yeah.
with him, and they tried to take his sign and stuff. Fuck, I cannot. I think he had an All Lives Matter sign, but he showed up. Or no, it wasn't something like that. Fuck, I don't remember. He had some sign that was like offensive to far right leaning people, and he went to a Trump rally, but he like posed like he was like on their side,
Mm-hmm.
and he had the sign, and they were just getting frustrated with him. I'd have to find it again, and the guy who did it, but he's insanely funny. He just pretends to be retarded, and these people get very fucking upset. He's like, I just wanted to come. I'm the Trump supporter, and they're like fucking ripping his sign up and yelling at him. He's like, I wanted to come rally with you guys. It's so fucking ridiculously funny.
I love that shit.
I
I was watching Who's America last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
touch my pussy panties.
Cohen, he's a genius.
It shit is so funny.
I was watching. I think it was like episode 2 where he has the representative from Georgia, and he's trying to teach him how to defend against ISIS. And usually
yeah, I
it's like
remember.
he's trying to bait. It's so obvious too, like when you're watching it, like he's trying to get you to do this.
Right?
Where
Yeah, you'd
he's
think.
like, where he's like leading the dude into, and he's like fucking the N word is a very sacred word in America. It is a no word, and then he leaves it at that, and then he starts like the thing, and the dude just starts screaming the N word, and and he's like, no, why would you say that? That is no
No, why
word.
would you say that? I remember. Yeah, yeah. I remember that. This shit is so funny.
I don't know how he doesn't break character.
Mateo, you gotta fix whatever's going on here. I want to ask you questions too. Cool, sick.
I don't know how he doesn't break. I would not be able to do that shit.
Yeah, he's just insanely fucking good at it.
Oh shit! I am stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you've been that
stuck
way.
the whole
You
time.
remember what I told you that you were? Yeah, that was a real thing that happened.
Oh, I just thought you were because I was like motionless. I was like, okay, yeah. Maybe
If you'd stop fucking drawing for 2 seconds, you'd see what's happening.
I don't know politics. Fucking fight me.
How do you feel about the politics? I'm gonna ask you. How do you feel? Gun to your head. I have a gun to your head. I'm going to murder you. You're going to fucking die. You're going to die.
I don't fucking
No. Listen to me. Listen to me. I have the gun. Listen to me. I have a gun to your head. I tell you, you need to pick one or the other. President Trump or fucking old man Joe Biden. That's
Kill
his
me.
title.
They're not my men.
No. Yeah, kill me. He's not a man. No, gun to your head. Fucking, you have to pick one. Who are you going with?
I don't know. They're
Bang!
both
Fucking asshole. Jesus Christ.
I can understand like not caring or like whatever, but it's so fucking weird that you don't have like an opinion or like a little quip
I really don't.
about any of it. That's insane.
I just really don't.
This like matters, and you just don't
It does.
fucking know anything about it.
I am almost done with the year 2020.
But you can't even vote since you're native. So I guess that makes sense.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Well, because you can only elect chieftains, not presidents.
I can do both.
No, you can't.
Hold on.
Yeah. All I can do is laugh about our terrible situations sometimes.
I love seeing the
I don't-
tweets from like England and shit like that, where they're like, "Oh, fuck it, I feel sorry for America. They chose this," and it's like we didn't choose this at all, dude.
This is just some crazy shit that happened
Yeah.
through the Electoral College. I want to vote third party, not for because I think I'm at the point where it's like I get that the popular vote doesn't matter because I don't want to be part of the popular vote for Joe Biden. And if the popular vote doesn't matter to get Trump elected at all, and the Electoral College is going to vote him in again, then all I want to do at least is add to the ever-growing number of third-party candidates
Right.
that are out there, and then eventually maybe we'll get to see them debate on a stage too. For whatever reason, we don't, and I think that's completely butt fucking retarded. That they don't at least get on the stage to debate. I feel like that's fucking broken. It's like they're the lead nominee of their third party. They should be allowed to at least be on stage. If you don't think anyone's gonna vote for them, at least give them fucking airtime on the TV. Then
Yeah.
put them on the stage and let them debate their opinions.
Problem
and
with
see how
third
people feel.
party is that all the third parties we have are shit.
Yeah, I know the
Fucking
libertarian bitch
bullshit,
JoJo.
which is just
people like
which
her.
is like right wing but with abortion.
People seem to like her. A lot of liberal
Why?
people
She
too.
doesn't fucking have anything, like she doesn't care about healthcare or
Do you
anything
know
like that. Huh?
Do you know her policies?
I have like fucking 3 friends on Facebook who post about her shit nonstop.
I have a lot of liberal people who surprisingly are very supportive of her.
Yeah.
Which I find
Probably
surprising.
'cause she's a
I
woman.
think the problem is more so not that it's JoJo, but I think the problem is that we don't have a libertarian party speaking for itself anymore, and I think that's kind of weird. I think we should have more parties. Because if I had to pick out of a list of 20 parties, I don't know if a Democratic or Republican would even make my fucking top 5.
Well, the
so
problem
I
is
think
right
the fact
now
that we don't have those to be even able to speak for themselves is ridiculous.
the person isn't what really matters anymore at this point. It's
Are you
about
just repeating what I said?
But I don't know. I don't know what you said. The person
That's
doesn't
it.
matter. It's about the fucking policies. And so, like,
Yeah.
what people care about right now is fucking healthcare. And if we have to
Yeah.
get that through Biden, so fucking be it.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's a very good
it's
point.
basically like this point. Like I saw this other dude saying he was breaking it down, and he was like, "It's basically fascism versus socialism at this point," which I don't
It is.
necessarily agree with
Yes,
to
it
a
is.
full extent, but I guess.
Socialism is an economic policy, though, and fascism is
Yeah.
a government structure. Those are two different things.
I'm aware.
Okay.
That's why I said I don't agree with it
Well,
to a full extent.
if I had to pick one or the other, I would definitely pick socialism.
Doesn't
Yeah.
socialism lead
Also
to
because I don't
communism?
want a military oligarch that is in charge to start running people out.
Oh, in that case, yeah, no, socialism for me.
Yeah, I would rather have it.
Socialism
But
over-
obviously, democratically electable socialism, not government-run
Yeah.
communistic socialism that is inherently forced upon us. That's why I always thought it was very interesting when we were being provided a government option, and then people like President Trump touted over and over again that they would take away your private healthcare insurance, and that hasn't been a talking point for a government option since like 2008.
Yeah.
That hasn't been the case for it for a very long time, but that's what people repeat. I've talked to people and they'll repeat that. They'll be like, "You're going to take away my private insurance." Like that hasn't been a problem for almost 12 years. Children that you can have a conversation with weren't alive when the last time that was an issue.
Yeah.
It's like you can still have a private option. This is just a public option that people pay small amount of taxes into for the poor and the lower class. It's very interesting because he did it again in the debate. Trump said that it would remove people's private insurance premiums.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nobody's saying that. Nobody has for a very long time. And he's like, he said, and then he points at Joe Biden. He's like, your socialist, far left, radical left friends would. It's like, yeah, but the radical far left aren't Joe Biden's friends.
Yeah. And yeah, the radical part can be the same thing for both sides.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous that he's
Right.
using that against Biden when Biden has a way better approach if he was smart enough to use the radical right against Trump.
Yeah.
But
It's
he doesn't
just-
do that because he can't fucking think of that shit.
He can't think. He's a fucking brain dead moron.
He just needs to be meaner.
I know. He needs to be aggressive in his
He
debate.
was
You're
like
orange.
literally acting like he was actually getting beat up.
Yeah, he did. Because his fucking face is dying. He's like,
Yeah. I thought he was gonna cry at one point, dude. He's like looking down and he looks so fucking upset.
his fucking face is drooping off of his fucking bones. He's like, he's just fucking dying in front of our fucking eyes, bro.
However, I do like that we have now entered a time where you can just be president. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, that's true. You can just
You
go do it.
Don't have to have government history, which I thought you did until 2016.
I thought you did.
I thought you had to have worked in government at least some part of your life, but apparently not. So that's awesome. You can just turn 45 and be like, all right, I'm in it now.
Just be really good at talking shit.
There was a girl I went to school with, and she told me that she wanted to be president, and I was like, yeah, right. And she's like, you'll see.
And I was wrong.
And she's dead
That's
now,
funny.
so look who was right.
Gotcha. I know who it is. Anyway.
I was right, me.
You were.
She's never going to be president because she can't. She's dead. Wasn't because she was a woman, it's because I knew she wasn't going to make it past fucking 20. Always right.
What? There were PFL qualifiers and I missed them?
Oh, so we back on sports now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Back
the end
on
of
sports.
that's the end of the debate talk, probably.
Yeah. I bet
Probably
everybody
not.
loved it. I love how much Mateo put into it too.
Yeah.
'Cause he's
Yeah,
such
well,
fucking-
who
woman
gives a
today.
fuck about your future or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, who cares?
all
I get
this
to live on this reservation
Huge
forever.
shit that fucking affects you. Who gives a fuck?
You guys a fuck, man.
All this shit that's
Yeah.
going to affect me for the next fucking possible 8 to 48 years? Don't care. Don't give a shit, dude.
Don't give a shit.
Take away my house. I don't give a fuck. I don't need that.
What house? I don't own a house. I live in a teepee. That's confirmed
That's
by
right, yeah.
Trevor.
I also don't
You
care because
do.
I'm moving to Ecuador, so
Yeah, you're gonna go live with the ginormous fucking snakes on the river.
nope. They're gonna live in the river. I'm living on the bank, and I'm gonna hire a snake guy.
Just
Okay. Are you gonna feed him and fish?
Uh, why would I have to feed him? I give him money.
What if he doesn't want money? What if he needs food?
Then I give him the fish.
Didn't you say you weren't even gonna use the money? You were gonna have a bunch of fucking wooden chips? What if he won't take that? Which he probably won't.
This guy's gonna have wooden chips. It's gonna be all corn.
Trevor, I feel like your plan to go live on the river in Ecuador isn't very thought through.
It is no. I have.
I'm going to completely disregard the currency and reject the reality and substitute my own.
You're allergic to being outside.
No, that's only because of seasons. Ecuador has 0 seasons.
It's
It
always
has
pollen.
one time a year, and that's it. It's hot,
Man.
Fucking.
rainy.
Let me.
I am the
You're gonna
captain.
die.
I'll be fine.
You don't even like going camping for long periods of time.
That's because I hate being around people.
I hate you.
See, Ecuador, it's just me in a hut and Snake Man. He has his
All
own
right.
little hut. He's not sleeping in my hut.
Speaking of which, we still need to go hiking. We need to find a
Yeah.
woodland trail and hiking go.
There's
Now
tons
that the
around here.
weather is
I
not.
literally
dead.
live 5 minutes away from a waterfall, so
Cool.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
look
but that place that the waterfall's in, there's a bunch of syringes and condoms on the ground.
yeah, that is true. Some dude killed himself there like 6 months ago
Oh no.
on accident.
Welcome to
That
hell.
sucks.
He was drunk with his friend down there, and it used to be like it's like a natural spring, so it's not really a waterfall, but it
Okay.
might have used to be or some shit like that. So it's just like this big like rock cliff, and there's a
Okay.
natural spring that runs through it. And
Okay.
at the bottom, there's this big rock formation that like it's really cool looking, or it was when I was fucking 10. And you can stand up on the cliff that hangs over the edge, and you can look down at all the shit down there, which is just like weeds and wet shit, and the big cool rock to look at. And this guy was drinking down there with his friend, and I guess he dared him to jump off. It's a good like 60 feet probably, at least.
Hey, I bet you won't jump off, you
Hit
pussy.
his head
What?
against
Who
a
called me a
rock.
pussy?
And they had to life flight him out of the fucking woods. They had to carry him on a stretcher all the way through the woods and get to like the roadside and life flight him. He's fucking dead as fuck.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure he died. He might have lived. I don't know.
I can imagine.
What a crazy story, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what a crazy story.
No, we were hiking and getting drunk, and I jumped off a cliff, and now I'm paralyzed.
Oh, paralyzed. I thought he was dead. Oh.
He might be. I don't know. I never got the follow-up report. I don't have access to that.
Then why would you say he's dead initially? before telling the
Because
story further?
from the telltale signs, he's most likely dead. You jump 60 feet off a cliff and hit your head on a fucking rock and splatter your brains on it, you're probably not going to live.
So you just straight up watched this guy did.
No, I did not watch him. Why would I? No.
Pussy.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
no.
I have a question of a slightly political nature to jump back into.
God damn it.
I know you can get into this too, Matei. I'm trying to open it up. How do you feel about protesters in the road?
I don't like it because then they stop
You're a
people from
fucking
getting to
pussy,
their jobs
dude.
and
You're a
provide
pussy.
living.
I also don't like it. I think protesting is whatever, but the being in the road part is like, what are you doing? You're
Kind of an
just
asshole.
you're trying to make you're purposefully trying to make people very fucking angry at you. That has no other gain.
Fuck him, dude.
They're people they want, and here's my problem with it, right? Because this is where I start to swing into my right wing shit, and
I'm gonna
people don't like
swing
me
your-
for it.
into your dick.
But my thing is that like, so they're stopping people in these weird traffic checks.
Yeah.
Not all the time. Sometimes they're just straight up blocking the road. But they want people to come up, roll their windows down, say Black Lives Matter, and then they let them through. And there are 3 individuals that you will come across when you are doing this. The first one is people who already agree ideologically that Black Lives Matter. So you're not switching them. You're not gaining anything from it. You're
Right.
you're just figuring out that there are people who agree with you ideologically. They go through. The second kind of person is somebody who does not agree with you politically, but they are willing to say Black Lives Matter just to get you away from them and get themselves to safety, and they will not change their opinion about Black Lives Matter, and you've helped
Yeah.
no one. The third kind of person is someone who will fucking run you over
Yeah.
because they so desperately believe that Black lives do not matter and they don't want to be bullied into that form of submission. They are willing to hurt people for it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only three scenarios that come out of it, and in none of them are people helping the political ideology at all.
No.
So that's why I go. It gets us nowhere. Just get out of the road. You're trying to
Yeah.
create a rise out of people, and you're finding out what? You're finding out some people are so incredibly insane they're willing to hurt people. We fucking knew that.
Yeah. I don't care because, you know, if I have to go somewhere and I get stopped because of a protest in the street, I'm not
Throwing
coming,
hands.
dude. I'm going back home.
I know, but it's like
That's-
you also have nothing to do.
Yeah, and that's also an excuse I get to use. I can't, because now I
think
can be
there are
like,
people
oh,
who
it's
have
not that I
shit
just
to do.
didn't want to come. There's a protest brought
I
in the
didn't
street,
want
dude.
to come.
Yeah, but you're thinking about it very selfishly. There are some people
Oh yeah,
who are
of
like
course.
trying to go to the hospital because their relatives are in intensive care or something.
You can't do that
There are
now
people
anyway.
trying to go to their fucking jobs. There are people trying to do shit.
What's 5 minutes gonna hurt you?
It's not 5 minutes. It's a traffic jam.
Oh,
No, I think you're sucking that cock a little bit.
who gives a
Sucking
shit?
that cock
Oh,
a
I
little
had to
bit.
wait
Oh
in
my God.
traffic. Fuck off.
Yeah, if you gotta get somewhere and people all are stopping you for an hour and a half trying to get
What
you
do
to
you
say
have
Black
to
Lives
go
Matter,
to so badly?
anything. Just
My
because
ass.
you sit on your ass all the time doesn't mean people don't want to get somewhere on a schedule.
Suck it up.
No, don't suck it up.
Suck it
People
up.
should
Suck it up,
stay out of
buttercup.
the road.
Shit happens, dude. Suck it up.
I'm all for protesting. I think that's fine.
We are gonna get so much hate for this episode.
I think it's fine. I think it's like the road shit helps no one. The protesting is fine, but the road shit is either you're finding out people politically agree with you, or people are lying that they politically agree with you, or you find out there's crazy people who might hurt you. We already knew all this shit. There's nothing being gained. The protest doesn't help anything. It's designed to get a rise out of people and to impede people. It's
Yeah.
not helpful. Other protests are helpful. I'll agree with them. I'll be at them. They're good. The road stopping and the checks and everything, this shit is not helpful. It gains nothing.
I mean, I don't think it really
Don't
helps.
go there.
I don't think it really
Just-
helps, but it's whatever, dude. Do what you want.
It's not whatever. What if you have to go do something?
You don't have to do anything that badly. That fucking
No,
30 minutes is gonna
you don't
kill
have
you.
to go do
Nobody
anything
has
that
to. 30
No, you
minutes
don't.
is not a long
You
time.
don't have shit to do. You don't.
No.
You do this once a week.
No.
That's what you have to do.
No. 30 minutes isn't gonna kill anybody. Fuck off.
It's still just don't do it.
What about a heart attack?
What do you mean?
What about anything? Not even a specific thing. What about anything? What if I say that even though I agree with Black Lives Matter, I'm going to be held up in traffic when I don't want to be for no reason, and I think that's wrong? You're saying that that's just some tough shit, and I, as a person, should suffer through that because of reasons that are incredibly beyond
go
my
around,
control.
dude. You don't have to go through that spot.
That's true. You might be able to. You're right. You're right. There are situations where some people are not stuck in traffic and they go there purposefully.
Yeah.
But when you're fucking 3 streets backed up, some people don't have that option. Why would you block a road off anyway? If you say everybody can just go around this spot, so it's not important, why would you set up the protest in the road anyway?
Attention.
Okay.
Like a girl saying that she's gonna cut herself.
Now we're back to my 3 individuals that would come
I
by
told you
there.
it probably doesn't help a lot, but you do whatever you want.
It doesn't help anything.
It causes attention. I think
The
it does.
protesting helps. I think protesting in
I think
front
it
of
does
general
something.
city buildings. I think the protesting is helpful. I think it brings attention to a
It gets
from a
people to
national
talk
stage.
about it, especially on the news. So
Yeah, but then you get the traffic stops, and all that does is cast a negative light on it. It's possibly the most hurtful part of the protests, aside from the actual rioting.
I don't know about that.
I ain't gonna have to.
What, you
Aside
you
from
been
the
watching
rioting,
fucking Fox News, dude?
I haven't been watching Fox News. What part of the road protesting has been helpful?
I don't know. Probably none of it.
Exactly,
Other
none
than
of
the
it.
fact that it gets talked about and it brings attention to the subject.
But it brings negative attention to the subject.
No
What
matter what
attention-
they do for Black Lives Matter protests, there's always going to be a negative light about it.
That's not for good protesting. How many people have you heard? Like, I agree with the protesters, but not the rioters. It's like, okay, then the rioting needs to stop. You wouldn't say the rioting can just continue because that's helpful to the organization.
What Colin Kaepernick in the NFL, they fucking kneeled the national anthem, and
What
that
the
was
fuck
nothing.
are you talking about, Colin Kaepernick? I'm not talking about
No,
Colin
this is
Kaepernick.
BLM, and I'm saying no matter what they do, there's going to be a negative light shining on any fucking protest, no matter what.
Okay,
Because people don't fucking agree with
that
it.
didn't impede the game though. That wasn't hurting anybody.
Right.
That's different than people sitting in traffic blocking people.
How does
from
that hurt
driving
people?
forward. What if people need to be somewhere, which they regularly do?
And then you're fucking late. Big whoop.
No, it's not a big whoop. It's just
Yes,
stay
it
out
is.
of the
It's a
road
big
and
whoop. Oh, I was
protest in
fucking
front of
20
City
minutes
Hall.
late today. Oh,
Don't
whatever.
protest in the actual road.
no, people are so fucking
Just because you
butthurt over
can't
this dumb shit.
Come up in your brain with an important enough thing to be at doesn't mean that is not a thing that
There's
exists.
plenty important shit to be at that fucking 20 minutes isn't going to fucking kill you.
It's not 20 minutes. You've never been backed up on the fucking highway for at least fucking 5 minutes. Every time something happens in a major roadway, you're there for a fucking while. That's how major roadways work.
And?
You're gonna be there for a long ass time. What if you're trying to pick your fucking children up from school and the city's on fire?
Well, then we got other problems.
I know. You're trying to go get your kid and fucking people have lit some private businesses on fire and your child's out there and you're trying to pick
now
them up
you're
from school
combining-
and now you got to wait for a fucking hour and a half because people want to see if you'll say the phrase Black Lives Matter or not.
You are combining way different situations into this now.
Okay, I'll give you that. The road thing is not
dumb bitch.
helpful. You've said that yourself.
I don't think it's that helpful, but it brings attention to it. It gets people to talk about it. And I
My
think
thing is that
a
if
good
it's
thing
not
overall.
helpful and the attention that you're bringing to it is purposefully malicious, you're not being helpful to the organization.
Someone say delicious.
Like I said, there is nothing purposefully malicious about staging a protest in front of City Hall. There's nothing purposefully malicious about that. You would do that, and that's peaceful, and that's good. But standing in front of people and impeding them with the intention of either getting them to tell you something you want to hear or making them become aggressive.
What if
that
they
has
did like?
malicious intent.
What if they
It's
did
wildly
the,
different.
the whole honk if you're horny approach?
That one's funny.
Oh,
That one's good.
Yeah, that was funny.
You know why? Because they're off the road and they just have a
Yeah.
sign. I've gone by in a place where I go do jiu-jitsu. I'll come by a corner and people will be there and there's like fucking 11 people and they all have honk for Black Lives Matter and shit. And they're out of
Yeah.
my way and I can do that and I honk and I'm like, good, that's easy.
Yeah.
Why would you stand in front of me and make me say it? It's just like now I just don't
Because
like people
fuck
and the
you.
things that you stand for anymore. It's like why is this the approach that you would take to make me do it?
Because it causes a big scene.
Yeah, but a big scene is really fucking like bad if the only thing you're doing is malicious and negative towards
Oh.
other people.
Right, but the whole intent behind it is to get attention from it.
I agree, but why don't the other more successful and less malicious ways that people are getting attention helpful?
Because they probably don't work as well in that regard.
They've been working phenomenally.
Have they?
The nationwide protests, yeah, actually the globally wide protests.
Okay, yeah, when you're talking about on a huge scale like that, obviously, yes.
Yeah, and that's what's been
But
happening.
when you have
then
like the
people
little
still
ones,
stop
like
people
like,
on the roads.
But when you have like the small ones, like Eric Gardner and shit, where there wasn't a nationwide protest, and they fucking blocked the streets, and they got fucking nationwide news about it because they were blocking the roads. They weren't covering the fucking protests they had at the fucking city hall.
Yeah, but why
for
couldn't
it.
those protests have fucking taken place anywhere else that weren't impeding people?
Because it didn't
I don't
get
agree
the
with
same
running
attention.
people over. I want to say that there are people who are like, you should run people over if they're doing that.
Yeah, I don't,
I'm
that's
just saying,
fucking
like,
stupid.
stand by the fucking road. Don't stand in the fucking road. It doesn't make any
They're
sense.
doing that because it gains attention really fast, and that's the only reason why.
Yeah, so does burning down
Yeah,
people's
and
business,
I'm not saying that should be
And that's
rewarded,
negative.
but that's how it is right now.
and that's bad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you're acting like it's not. You keep saying like there's no big deal about it.
Because there really
Like,
isn't.
it is a big deal.
It's not a big
It's
deal.
a big deal for people who aren't you.
No, I don't think anybody has that important shit to do that they can't afford to miss 30 minutes or
Yeah, you
45.
don't.
I don't think anybody does. Even if I had important shit to do,
Yeah, but
I don't think
the
there's
problem with
anything
that
so
is that
important.
it doesn't matter how you feel. Facts don't care about your feelings.
All right,
Trevor.
Ben Shapiro.
All right, Ben Shapiro.
It doesn't matter whether you think people should be late.
Why does
by
it not
an
matter
hour.
if I think that? Why? It's an opinion. Why
Because
does it not
some
matter if
people
it's my opinion?
want to get to their shit. Some people want to get
Okay.
to the hospital and their jobs.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
if I
doesn't
put
matter
in
if you're
there,
like, you
I'm
can be
fine.
late to shit by an
You
hour. It's
can.
like, I shouldn't have to be.
Yeah,
You
but
shouldn't
sometimes
be
you
made to
are
be that way.
anyways. It's fucking so pointless.
It's
dude.
like if you had to get to your job and I just stood in your driveway out behind your car for an hour and I was just like, it's not that important. You don't have to go. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It doesn't
On that
make any
instance,
sense.
Trevor would agree with it because he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anywhere to go. It was the worst analogy. Trevor was the worst example to use that on.
You're using this example on me as if I wouldn't actually use that as an excuse.
Well, obviously, you'd use it as a fucking excuse, but that shit sometimes just isn't good enough. You get fired anyway,
And then fuck
and
'em.
that doesn't help the lower class in this country at all.
No, but that's the way it is. So
Yeah, that's the way it is.
I roll with the punches.
Now you're being nihilist. Now you're just being
No,
like,
I'm
"There's
not.
nothing
I just
to do about
Baby's
it."
first black pill.
no. I got black pills when I was 13. All right,
Yeah.
First black.
I've been on that.
Mateo,
shit.
how do you feel about the protests specifically in the road?
You know, I didn't know that they were actually letting people pass.
Yeah, they want some people to pull up and like honk or show support or say Black Lives Matter, and then they'll be like, you can go ahead. And if people are like, I think all lives matter, they'll sit there and argue with them.
I mean, honestly, yeah,
That's
I
the
don't.
problem. Is they sit there and
What?
argue. If you're gonna fucking be a little bitch about it and be like, oh fucking, this is taking up too much time, don't argue. Just
Right,
fucking
I agree.
say it and go.
Most people are 1 and 2. That's
Yeah.
number 3. That one's the rare one.
Yeah,
I agree. That doesn't happen as much.
1 and 2
But it's
don't
like, you're
cause
not-
problems.
You're not changing hearts and minds at all.
No, I don't think that's.
You're just, and anybody who sees it on TV is going to be like, that's fucking bullshit that they're doing that to
Yeah.
people. It's only negative.
I don't think it's only negative.
I think it's only negative. Whether or not it draws press, that press can be incredibly negative.
It's no
'Cause
matter
all you
what
see-
protest they do, it's gonna draw negative.
All people
though.
do when they see people standing in the road and blocking other people and trying to get them to say shit, they're like, that's fucking wrong.
Yeah,
And everybody's like, I don't like that.
but
It's like, it's
totally
an
cool for
unhelpful form of
them to
protest.
fucking crowd a fucking Planned Parenthood with signs about how.
No,
abortion
it's
is
not.
killing,
Why would
and
you
then
think I would say that?
scream at? No, I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I'm saying this is how it is.
Yeah,
They fucking bitch at fucking
I'll
show you-
UN
I'll
show you
protesters
how it
on
is.
the road, but they'll crowd around
Yeah.
a fucking Planned Parenthood and scream at people going
that's
in there.
insanely fucking
making
negative and
a very,
unhelpful.
very tough decision.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Fuck them.
I
They should
agree.
burn.
Burn, burn.
Is that too heavy?
A little bit. I don't think you should run over protesters. I also don't think you should light some of them on fire.
No, I'm not saying.
we
that-
run
I'm
o-
not saying we
wait.
should light them on fire. I say they should burn.
They
at some
should.
point in their
Okay,
life.
just a happenstance of
burn.
nature,
Yeah,
perhaps.
yeah. I'm not enticing or inciting people like fucking Planned Parenthood protesters on fire.
So you're telling me that I should go with a
Can of Lysol and a lighter and start lighting up protesters at Planned Parenthood.
That's what you said. That's not what we said.
You should go with
Oh.
fetuses and throw the blood of it on them.
You should go with a
And say,
fucking
hey,
butterfly
the blood is
net.
on your hands now too, cunt.
You should go with a butterfly net
That's
and a
dark.
bunch of dildos.
Please
Yeah.
don't.
You should spit bubblegum at them and catch what they throw at you. The little butterfly net. And try to grab what you need. Maybe they'll
You
throw
realize-
the dildos back at
you
you,
realize
and then you catch up
right
and you're
now-
like, I got yours.
You realize spitting on people right now is a fucking crime, right?
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah.
It should always. It
I
should have
agree.
always
It
been
should
a
always
crime.
be a crime. I agree with you 1,000%.
There is almost nothing more vile than actually spitting on somebody else. It is.
Yeah.
It's first of all, it's super disrespectful. Two, it's fucking absolutely disgusting.
Trevor got his
Completely
butthole hurt because
It
the
should
girl in
be-
second
it
grade
should- it
spit
should
on
be
his
so
new
illegal.
mix.
Yeah,
on his
It
new
should be a
Nike.
felony.
yeah, that should be sexual assault.
It should be
What?
something.
If you get
It
spit
should be
on, that's
terrible.
practically rape.
She spat on me and now I'm turned on. I wanted to report
you
sexual
Well,
assault.
yeah, you have the fucking DNA in you now, and that's disgusting. That is rape. If I get spit on, I'm asking for a
what
rape
the
kit.
fuck?
The idea that you could spit on a human being and not have anything happen to you, but you could then go home and smoke weed in the privacy of your own home and catch like 20-year charges
Yeah,
was kind of like, this is not that long ago. It was kind of crazy.
yeah. I can't even pee in a trash can in a parking lot without getting a fucking ticket.
But you could-
fucking
But the first person who talks shit, you can
Yeah.
walk over.
the fat
and
fucking
spit on.
sweaty fucking ugly ass fucker on the street can spit in my face and he gets nothing. I just had to take a piss in the parking garage and I get a fucking fine. possible arrest. What is bullshit? I didn't get a ticket for that, by the way. I just want to make
Son
it
of
clear.
a bitch.
I have
Yeah,
pissed in plenty of parking garages, but I've never got a ticket for it. I'm trying to lighten this up a little bit. We got pretty dark there.
We did.
It's finally October. What do you think about that? It's cool, huh? Yeah.
Halloween in October is my favorite thematically and temperature wise.
Yeah.
It's to me is the best time of the year.
Fall is
Also
the
gay.
best.
Yeah,
It's
it's
currently 55 degrees outside, and it's amazing.
How is it in your house? Does your dad still have the heat on,
It is
making it
hot
4,000
as
degrees?
fuck.
For some reason, for those of you who don't know, Trevor's heat in his house works a little bit overtime, and it makes it very, very, very hot in his house.
Only in my room. Only in my room.
Yeah, you have a tiny little room and like a floor vent that
Yeah.
just woofs burning air.
Well, also my room is a new addition from when I was born, so it got actual insulation, unlike the rest of the house.
Yeah, so
So my room is insulated and no wind hits it. There's no wind on this side of the house, so it's just it's a thermos. I'm in a thermos, and I have the biggest air vent in the house also. So it's just the furnace is right under my room too, by the way. So there's no like lag from like the furnace to the other rooms where it gets a little bit cool on the way. It's just straight up fucking in this bitch.
In this
It's
bitch.
boiling.
Yep.
I've been in your house before when it's on, and I would go from the living room to your room, and it's like I've stepped into hell.
It's like a 30 degrees difference. It's insane.
It's incredible. It doesn't even make sense.
All those people like open the door, they're like, damn, it's fucking hot in here. Like, yeah, it is. Right? I know.
As you are like sweat, you're just
Yeah.
melting.
Several times throughout the winter, I will have to have my window open. There's like 3 feet of snow on the ground, and my window's open, and I'm still fucking sweating. It's ridiculous.
I had to wash my hair before this podcast because I have hella bedhead,
Uh-huh.
and when I wake up, so I washed it, and I was like doing that, and I did for like a particularly long time, and I like wrung out the little rag. I took a bum shower in the sink, and then I took the dry rag, and I like started wiping it, and as I was doing that, I noticed the white rag that I was using had a fuck ton of black mold on the other side.
Ugh.
It's like cool. And I threw it out. It's like,
I gotta fucking restart this.
I was like wiping my head and I saw it and I was like, is that dirty? And then I just realized I was like, because I grabbed it from like the back.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. I just wiped that all over my fucking head.
So what'd you do about it?
That's dope. Nothing. Here
Did
I
you
am.
rewash it?
Nothing? You did nothing?
I threw it away. It was
did
bad.
Did you
The
rewash
other
it?
You're
side,
a
I was like, you'd look at it and be like, this is a gone rag.
Yeah, I know, but did you rewash your head?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you
And to get
dirty
another
little
say,
boy.
if you
And to
just
make
wipe
sure
your
it wasn't
head
from the back. Because I'm like, I know why that one had mold on it. It was in the back of the shelf.
Yeah. That's always, yeah. Just
pretty
make sure
bad.
you,
I'm
because I have to touch you
the other one I
afterwards.
got was like dainty and tiny and pink.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to take an hour. And sure
Oh,
enough,
you're
it did.
dainty. Tiny.
I remember
Pink.
like my dad wanted me to go to the store and buy like towels and shit one time.
Yeah.
And then there was these really nice ones, and they happened to be pink. And I got them, and then I brought them home. He's like, "This is fucking gay, dude." And I'm like,
Who's
"What do you
gonna
mean?" I
care?
was like, "What do you mean they're gay? They're towels." He's like, "These are fucking gay ass towels." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "They're fucking gay pink." I'm like, "Jesus Christ, gay pink."
Fucking.
Hell yeah! Somebody getting a phone call?
Getting an important call I
Andre?
gotta take.
You? Are you muted? Yeah.
It's just you and me now.
He's not on the
Just you-
phone. He's doing a bit.
It's just you. It's just you and me now,
Oh
Trev.
no, he's actually on the
Just
phone.
you-
Okay.
Just you and me now, Trev.
It looked like he was doing a bit. That'd been a great bit. Probably.
I
not.
have a great bit, and
Yeah,
you wouldn't
do
let
you?
me do it.
No, because I gave you a chance last week and you fucking shat the bed on it.
Yeah, that's because I didn't have proper approval. But if you sit with me,
I gave you
and
approval last week and then you fucking fucked it all up. So you don't get another chance anymore.
yeah, but now this time it's actually planned. That one was just off the top of my head. This one was planned.
Don't care.
I have a script and everything.
Well,
For a
you should
12
have
second
thought
bit.
about that last week when I gave you a good opportunity and you ruined
I
it.
saw the chicken in front of me, and I thought, let's see if I can try and do an ad and shove as much chicken and soda in my mouth as possible, and
See, that's
try
where
and
you
choke.
fucked up.
Try and choke and die
That's where
on
you
cam.
fucked up. You should have been very aware of the position I gave you.
Oh, you better be aware of something else. Don't go to sleep tonight.
I don't. I hardly sleep. I have a huge problem.
Okay.
I need therapy to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how long Carter's gonna be on this fucking dumbass phone call for.
Dumpy Dumperton.
It looks important.
So what do you... So how have you been?
Fucking tired.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's all there
That's
is.
it?
He's back.
Okay, cool. He's back.
Hey.
I'm always busy on Friday at this time, so
Yeah.
I don't know why I always get the call.
I had a funny idea for like a sketch last night, but I don't think I should say it on here. Because I don't know how to say it without it coming off really fucking weird.
Okay.
It's going to be the one that I'm going to have to pitch to you in private. And then based upon your response, it can be public.
Did you say this to me last night, or are you
No.
saying
I
you
thought
came
of it while I was fucking crying in the dark.
Okay.
I got a good chuckle out of it.
Good chuckle.
So I think I'll tell it to you later, and then
Okay.
we can maybe...
Later when we're having gay sex at the gym
Yeah.
together.
And then maybe we can riff on it next week.
Yeah, true. Good idea. But yeah, after this, me and Trevor normally we go to the gym and we have gay sex together, and
No,
It's a good
I
time.
can't hide it now. I want to talk about it. I brought
Okay,
it
go
up,
for
and
it.
now I can't. I was thinking of like maybe not me per se, but it's a sketch. All right, keep that in mind. It's like
this is sarcasm.
yeah, this is not real in any sense because it's gonna get bad in a second.
Okay.
So it's like you and your girlfriend, right?
I don't like it already.
And then I have a girlfriend also, but we like been together for years.
That's nice.
And then come to find out she's like 14. And I'm thinking of like the scenario where like you realize that she's 14.
Let's set off the
It
smoke
is-
Could it be when I first see her?
No, no, this is because that would be as funny. It has to be a thing that's happened for a while. And like we're at like a park or something, and you're like, wow, she really likes those swings. And I'm like, yeah, she's in her own little world. And I didn't have a lot of time to flesh this out, all right?
awful. This is terrible. It's not even swings. It's adults do that. It doesn't. I wouldn't even.
Yeah. And then you just come to the realization that she's like super underage.
I don't like this.
And then how you
concept.
deal with that is what's funny to me. How like the other person that's like best friends with this dude who's now he realizes is dating an underage girl. That process of like what you would have to like think and say to him is hilarious to me. What would you
Alright,
do?
no problem.
Hello? Is anybody, are we all still here? No? That sucks. Are you guys doing a bit right now? Because if you're doing a bit, I'm going to be pissed off. Carter's saying fucked up again.
Hey.
Hey, are you there?
Hello.
Hello?
My computer's skitzing out a little bit. I can't
Okay.
get it to do any of the processes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can hear me though?
I can hear you, yeah, but I
Okay.
can't see a fucking thing.
Okay. What would you do?
First I would have to tell you that you have to leave her. I tell you, I understand that this is something that just kind of caught you off guard, but you absolutely need to break up with her
Yeah.
and never see her again and keep in no contact with her.
Now, would you ask if I knew?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That's a good start.
And what would your answer be in this scenario?
I don't know which one's funnier. Is it funnier if I do know or don't know?
It'd be funny if you were like, I have my suspicions.
Yeah. She goes to bed at 7 p.m. I thought that was kind of crazy. She wakes up at 4.
and she does homework from junior high. That was nuts.
She's always doing these
I guess I could have.
worksheets.
You know, when I could have probably figured it out was the homework from junior high. That one, I probably should have seen it then. Like, I gotta be honest, you're not building a very strong case for yourself today. That's probably. I mean, I had to drive her everywhere, but I just assume that's because she's a bitch and women don't drive anywhere when they have a boyfriend. We're professional butlers. Not even, because we have to pay to do it. So it's
actually illegal for them to drive by themselves. So
yeah, they're not allowed to. This is Saudi Arabia, by the way.
It makes sense to me.
In which case, dating a 14-year-old wouldn't be that bad, Trevor.
No, that'd be perfect, and that's like over there.
As a Saudi man, I probably wouldn't even have a problem with it.
That might be a little bit too old.
Very good for you, good friend.
Very
Very
nice.
good for you, young lady.
That might be pushing the limit. 14?
If we made a show about Saudi Arabia people having sex with children,
We would not make it at all.
no,
dude.
we wouldn't. We really, really wouldn't.
We'd be the number.
That's a way. That's a good way to go out, though.
Like-
is by pointing out Saudi Arabia's shitty society.
It'd be like Charlie Hebdo. We get fucking killed.
That
We'd be the
What
number
better
one
way?
most wanted people in Saudi Arabia.
would be great. I'm not going to Saudi Arabia anytime soon, so I'm
No.
fine.
That's true. I don't think I'm ever going there. As we talked about, I'm going to Ecuador, and that's it.
Yeah, and Ecuador doesn't have anything. They're not going to chase you through the jungles.
I'm gonna show up in fur coats so they
It's too
know,
wet.
like a Game of Thrones night watch suit. I'm gonna show up in that, so they're like, "This dude's a king." They're like, "I don't know, we don't know who this guy is, but he showed up and he a king."
We don't really know who Senor is, but he showed up and they have the Game of Thrones night watch suit on, and
they know Game
They
of
know.
Thrones.
they know they've seen it all. They're like,
We
and
have
we-
a lifetime
perhaps
subscription to HBO.
maybe if he stay here, he build a castle and we all be safe. We don't know.
He built a big wall.
It is funny because he has the Night Watch and also what we would call the White Walker.
He is 2-in-1. He is a 2-for-1 special.
He is a 2-in-1.
They call him a twofer.
We call him a doser. Do they speak Portuguese or Spanish?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is it
So
Ecuador
some of
have
these
its own
jokes are
language?
probably falling really flat.
Ecuadorian. If we got any fans in Ecuador, what's up?
Tracer.
Yeah, we got Ecuador fan.
I'll be there soon. All right.
We got one dude in Ecuador. He's super chill.
Yeah. It's just
Leave a
me.
bank open for me.
He's building my hut for me right now.
It's just a pile of sticks.
Into 2020, I got eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna let my hair grow out a little bit longer so I can fully look like Anakin from Episode 3.
I thought you were gonna go for fucking Robin Pattinson's Batman.
No,
The scene where he
he's
has his
not
fucking-
like
Fat.
he's not like cool enough. Like, I mean, I'm sure that Batman's gonna be cool as shit, but I like the idea of Anakin where he just hates everybody all of a sudden, and that's
What'd you? Sorry, go on.
So what?
What'd you say, Mateo? When I said Robert Pattinson's Batman?
Because he's fat.
Okay, back to my joke.
All right. Anyway,
So I can just I can physically and mentally turn into Anakin from season 3 without killing the kids, of course. But it's like
maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
it's
not
on the
important.
table, but we'll get there.
You want to pilot a show where you're dating a child? I don't think that's
No,
easy.
that was a sketch. That was a sketch. And
no.
if you're listening or watching this SNL, I'll sell it to you. You can have that sketch
You have it for $1 million.
because I don't think you could actually do it.
No.
But if you bring me on as a writer, I'll write it
You
for you. Imagine if I get a job at SNL off of that sketch idea.
That'd be crazy. It'd be funnier than anything they pumped out in the last 30 years.
I'm like 25 years down my career, and like, so you started SNL. How'd that happen? Oh, I came up with a sketch about a couple, and then his best friend had a
A
girlfriend that was
couple and his
underage.
best friend. I came up with a show where I essentially dated a child, but then I wasn't the actor, so.
Yeah, it was a sketch about a guy realizing his best friend is dating a fucking underage woman, and
Underage woman.
that just
See, I'm not funny with it because I'm like, I'll have to.
that was
funny.
good, Andre.
I'm
Thank you.
not funny with it because I have to be like, oh, I'm gonna have to tell you to stop and do all this
Yeah.
shit. But if I was funny, I'd be like, so does she have a friend? Where did you buy her?
Mail order child.
I got one of those mail order children.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Adoptions. That's what I got.
God, that tastes like shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
If you get in the foster care system, they
Yeah.
let you sample children as they come through your
Oh.
crappy home. And you can just try them. And if you don't like them, you can send them down the pipe to the next family.
If people have not fallen off by now,
The
if
problem
if they
is
didn't
that
fall
some
off,
of these things we're joking about are very real.
they're real, and that's what makes it funny.
This-
You're real and you are funny.
I'm real and funny. Thank you.
You're not really funny.
You're just real and funny.
We'll see what the community has to say about that. Me and my
What
Ecuadorian
community?
brothers
What
are
community?
going
Yeah,
to behead
comment.
you.
Everybody put your comments on.
Yeah. If you didn't like what we said about politics and you leave a dislike, also leave a comment so I can not address it.
I'll probably read it when I
Yeah.
don't look at the episode.
When you dislike the video, also leave a comment about what you disliked, and then we'll just never talk about it. And I'll never change it.
I'd bring it
I'll
up.
never fix what you
9 out
don't
of 10
like.
times, we're probably gonna see like those fucking comments like just get rid of the red boy.
I gotta say, something we don't talk about that happens episode after episode is how fucking Mateo has a little particle accelerator sitting next to him in all episodes, and it's just going round and
Well,
round.
where? Oh, I mean that's.
Yeah. I like it. I think it looks really fucking cool. I realize I find myself staring at it
Yeah.
endlessly as we speak, and I just never have talked about it.
It's a computer.
I
know
Def-
what it is, retard.
Good.
I get the concept of the computer that's sitting next to you while you're at your computer.
can't wait for all these like references about how like I'd let chicks peg me or whatever. I can't wait for all them to catch up to me, and then all the comments are just talking about how I'm a cuck and I'd get fucked by women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of what I want. Not that to happen to me, but I want like the comments to be like
You
that.
see how it's probably
No.
going to be a problem now
Too
that you say
late,
these
too
things?
late.
Yeah, well,
Too
that's the whole
late.
intent.
You want to get fucking pegged by a chick? You're a cuck. You soul boy cuck.
That's
Yeah.
not what a cuck is.
Cuck
he's
is a
cuck.
dude who likes to fuck his mom.
Ugh.
Yeah, you got it. See?
Yeah, we get it.
Well, so
We
so
get
you
it.
get fucked in the ass by a woman. Get fucked on retard.
Yeah. Thank you for that little quip. That was good.
You're welcome.
Back to the whole Anakin thing. Yeah, I just get my eyeshadow and eyeliner, fucking dap up my face, get those. My eyes are already getting it. I think this one's like fucking red as shit still. So I just gotta get them more fucking red and bloodshot. Gotta stay up longer, and
More
then
longer.
I can just fucking start pushing everybody away.
I'm sure that'll be helpful.
It'll be helpful to me because then it's gonna make the easier transition into Ecuador.
True.
Good on that. Like,
You damn Ecuadorians do hate people. That's true.
it's gonna make it It's gonna make it easier for me to like go there, because then I won't have any like feelings about wanting to stay here. I'll be like, I pushed everybody away, and I feel the darkness. I'm gonna go to Ecuador now, and then it'll just be an easy trip. Go to California, steal a boat,
Fuck a raisin.
sail the boat. I've never sailed a boat before, so that's gonna be a fun time. But sail it over to Nicaragua, hang out there for a couple days, then get back on the boat, and then hit Ecuador.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be eating bananas all the time.
Sure. I don't know what plants
You think
are
it'd
made
be
of.
offensive if I went to Nicaragua and I played that banana song?
Do you want a banana?
No, not that one. The
No.
Tally Me Banana song. You know that daylight come and we all go home?
Oh,
Yep,
yeah,
daylight will,
the other bananas.
daylight will
Yeah.
come, and we will go home.
If I just had that on a fucking big boombox on my shoulder walking through the Nicaraguan towns.
Nicaraguan.
All
If
on,
they saw white you in your Adidas shit and you were walking around with that boombox, you'd probably get mugged.
With the 50-pound boom
no, they
box.
probably think I'm really cool.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you would get jumped.
They'd be like, that dude's fucking dope.
You would get
The
jumped
king of this place
and
now.
raped.
Yeah. I'm wearing my Adidas Knights watch gear.
He can afford Adidas. Yeah, Adidas Knights watch gear.
I get the Knights watch.
Yeah, Jon Snow
Adidas,
shit
yeah.
just has the 2 stripes on or the 3 stripes on it going down.
I get
That'd be sick.
the Jon Snow Adidas collection.
Jon Snow. I'd buy it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat, dude.
It's like that shit was made just for you.
I'd empty the tank on that.
Oh,
Like, this
I
is
know
$15,000. It's sold.
can we talk about how this show might be moving to Tuesdays?
Oh yeah, unofficial, but it might be moving to Tuesdays. We have to
Might
talk
be.
more
Yeah.
about it.
Which means you might have to drop the Red Boy.
We can probably do it later in the day for Tuesdays. You don't have to do it like
You don't know how fucking my whole day is filled normally.
Okay, like I
But
said, we
I
talk
own-
about this later.
okay.
For the show, it might be moving days. We don't know yet. And if we can't decide on anything, then we'll find a day where we pre-record and I'll just upload it on Tuesdays or whatever or something like that. We don't know. We'll figure that out this weekend.
Okay. Let's record you and me on Tuesdays, and then we will we'll show that recording to Mateo, and then he can pretend like he was part of it. Then we can upload that on Fridays and just lie to everybody.
All I need to do is get a still image of him sitting there, and I can put that in post.
Yeah,
'Cause
when are
he
you gonna
doesn't-
get the
he
cardboard
doesn't
cutout
say
of me
anything
that you said?
anyway.
No, he wanted to get a body pillow of me. Trevor
That's
said he
not
wanted to have
true.
a body pillow of me. Stick me in the corner, like stick that body pillow
You
in
trying
the
to
corner
replace
and
me,
say
Trevor?
No.
that. No. And then he wanted
I
to
could
get
never
him a
replace
separate room,
you.
stick it in the corner, and like surround it like a bunch of weeb shit, and just say that's his room.
See, that's what he does to me. That's what you'd be replacing me.
No, the joke I made was if I had like an apartment or a house and I had one room I wasn't using, I would make it like a sign on the door and call it Andre's room, and I'd get a body pillow of him, and the lights would be always off, and I would never address it. So people would come over and be like, "Who's Andre?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my roommate," and then that's it. But the door never opens. There's never any sound in there. The lights are always off, and it'd be
funny.
so ominous and creepy.
What'd you do if one day you went in there to check on how it was and it was a body pillow of a different person?
I would be scared as
What
fuck.
if he got older in the body pillow?
I'd be terrified. That is fucking haunting.
The body pillow ages.
His
me.
hair
I
is
got
a
that.
sign
I got
of
that
your-
Native American voodoo magic, my boy.
Can you imagine one day if Mateo gets really fat on us?
That'd be glorious.
No,
That'd be crazy if just slowly over time you became more and more fat. First of all, you would have to get more and more normal for a bit until you weren't a skinny piece of shit. But then you would transition into being slightly out of shape and then going into being fat, and then you become morbidly obese.
Yeah.
And
Why
as
do
a
you have to
Native American,
become-
that would be funny.
why do you have to like point out all my insecurities?
You're like fucking 10 pounds. Are you really insecure about being fat?
I'm insecure about being skinny, you dumb bitch.
Oh,
Well,
they
you
need a
should be because
cheeseburger.
you're morbidly thin.
You think I don't try?
Eat a
You
beast
think I
burger.
honestly don't try?
I don't
You
think you tried.
should get fucking pegged.
You know what you should do? You should start drinking energy drinks and eating fast food. That will
Why
kill
would
your
I drink-
That's
metabolism
what
and
Carter
put on
did.
Energy drinks would fucking kill me.
That's what I did. Trevor's correct.
Yeah. Andre doesn't have enough body weight
My
to handle that much
metabolism's dead.
fucking taurine.
You're
and
right.
shit.
If he drinks a nos, he's gonna melt.
I don't know
gonna
how
have-
you've ever liked those. Those things are just literally gasoline in a bottle.
I liked them to
They're
keep me awake.
disgusting. I
I like
hated
them.
those.
I don't know what it is, man. I know. Here I am. I'm drinking sweet tea by the fucking jug
Yeah.
now.
You gotta stop with the sugar.
I'm doing a little better. Hey, I have been. This is me coming back onto it.
Oh, you
I've been
coming
doing a
all
lot
right?
of
I'm
sweet and low.
steadily losing weight.
I switched to sweetener instead of sugar recently.
Isn't the sweetener bad for you because of the aspartame?
I don't know, but I know it's not sugar, and I don't do it that often. I'll have like a cup of hot tea or whatever before bed sometimes.
Okay.
Gets me in the mood.
Because the sweetener is like what makes Diet Coke incredibly unhealthy.
Well, when
got,
I
like, the
die
same
in a
shit in
year
it.
or two, we'll figure it out.
When you develop cancer,
Yeah. It's good. It's coming soon. You know?
if you think you get terminal cancer and I'm not going to make fun of you for
Carcinogens.
that, you're sorely mistaken.
I hope to God you will.
I'll get in an argument with you. I'll be like, you won't even be here for a while anyway, so I'll just fucking wait till you die, and I won't have anyone to argue with.
You won't even remember this after chemo next week, you dumb bitch.
What
Yeah,
are you
you're
gonna do,
right,
fight
because
me?
I will be a
Fight me?
fucking
You
skeleton.
can't even fight the cancer.
Yeah. Remember when you were big and strong?
I would
that's
never.
right.
I would never say that to you.
Just like mean all the time. We're like arguing about something in like Xbox Live. Like he can't even think. His fucking brain is dying from the chemo that he's not making work. Just
I'm just like a literal skeleton basically, and you're like, have you lost weight? Yeah.
I'm always just saying that. You've been losing weight, and you're just pale white.
Come over
And
and,
you just-
you're like, hey mom, look, Trevor's lost a lot of weight. Look at him. He's looking
look at him.
good. And I'm just fucking sunken eyes into my fucking skull.
I
Like,
want
ugh.
to get to the point where you have like very terminal cancer and you get very skinny, and at some point you die. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
obviously, I don't want to get there, but if that
I was
happens,
like, I like the scenario where you let in with, I want this to happen.
I won't tell my parents. I won't tell Sabrina. I won't tell anybody, and then I just like won't do anything, and they'll be like, "What happened to Trevor?" I'm like, "Oh, he died," and everyone's like, "What?" Like, yeah, like 3 months ago.
This is a very real possible
just
scenario because I wouldn't
neg-
tell anybody about this either.
I just didn't tell anyone for months that you had developed
You're
the
like
cancer.
one of the only
and
people
died.
that I'd probably tell that to. So this is
Yeah.
a very real
He's
scenario
dead,
that
right?
could
What do you mean
happen.
he's
And
dead?
the first thing
He's
I would tell you is like, I can see that.
fucking
No, you think I'm doing a
died.
bit.
I would. You're
You
right.
think I'm doing a
You're right.
bit
I
until
would
you
believe you.
actually like come to the hospital with me as they're doing the chemo. But then you'd still be like, I don't know. He is pretty committed. He could
Every
this
time
still
the
could be
doctor
a
says
bit.
something, I'm like, what chemo? Like I'm like fucking questioning the doctor, and
How
he
much
has
is he
no idea
paying you?
why I'm
Huh?
there. How much do you get paid? How much do you get paid to do this, huh? How much did he pay you?
Think
Huh?
it's funny to gaslight me like this?
Tell me the fucking truth.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Be straight with me,
Your
dog.
friend has terminal cancer. Haha, very funny.
very funny poopy pants.
Just fucking like just sour puss in him.
Just
That was a good last riff. I like that.
Yeah.
Also, just to add, since October, I think besides this one, because we wanted to talk about the debate and whatnot, I think every episode after this one for the rest of October is going to be Halloween spooky themed.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah, I'll figure out
spooky
what I
stuff
can
to
do.
talk about. Do what, Carter?
I said I'll figure out what I can do to theme my background as Halloween.
I've had him.
I will probably get
the whole
one
time.
gourd and put it on the desk where you cannot
Yeah.
see it.
I got to get the gamer pumpkin somewhere.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
shot?
the good luck jack-o'-lantern.
I think that's all I got for Halloween setup. But we'll talk about spooky things and like, yeah.
Mateo, you're Native American. You count. You're part of the decoration.
He's a skeleton.
You don't need anything. You look. Hey, you look like a skeleton already. You can just. You already look like a yard decoration.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.